Hold on. Oh, all right. We got the mic on. Hello, children. All right. So it's nice to have you in health. So, very first thing we did is you did a health discussion question. That's saying, when you think of the word health, what do you think of? You got 10 out of 10 points right away. Everyone's got an A. Yay! Kermit arms. Can't see the arms. So, now we're going to start with lesson 1.1, your health and wellness. So, everyone should get a book. We may not have enough books for everyone. I got to track down a couple books. So, the quick write is what we did with the discussion question, where it says, describe in a sentence or two what it thinks for you to lead a healthy life. I basically asked the question, when you think of the word health, what do you think of? In this first section, we're going to learn about the relationship between health and wellness. Keeping your physical, mental, and emotional and social health in balance. You guys are going to write down some vocabulary words. I'll teach you how to do that on Google Docs. You're going to write the words health, wellness, and habit. So, your health and wellness. Taking charge of your health. You may have heard the saying that today is the first day of the rest of your life. Think about the meaning of this statement. What you do today affects your health throughout your life. This is especially true where your health is concerned. Health is the combination of physical, mental, emotional, and social well-being. I want you to write that word and its definition down in your notes in either a composition notebook or Google Docs, which I'll show you how to do. One part of the triangle is your physical health. I'm going to show you what we mean by the health triangle, the condition of your body. Another part is your mental and emotional health, your thoughts and feelings. The third part of the triangle is your social health, the way you relate to other people. Page 5. Whoops. Maintaining your health balance. Being healthy means keeping your health triangle in balance. Here are some ways to work on all three sides of your health triangle. Get physical. Get regular physical activity. Eat nutritious foods and get enough rest. Mental and emotional. Take time to study, to think, and to express your feelings in healthy ways. We're going to stress that a lot in these first couple weeks. Express yourself in healthy ways. Punching, screaming, cursing, all that stuff, that's not a healthy way of doing it. You may think it is, but it's not. Social. Spend time with both family and friends. Remember that changes you make to one side of your health triangle will also affect the other two sides. For example, if you spend more time playing sports, your physical health will improve. This will also help you feel better about yourself, improving your mental health. So let's look at this, developing good character. People who respect themselves will take responsibility for their health. So let's write 2 or 3 sentences explaining how avoiding tobacco, alcohol, and other drugs will help you feel good about yourself. We're not going to write sentences. We're going to discuss that in class. So I'm going to pause the video in class again to talk about that. Again, is explain how avoiding tobacco, alcohol, and other drugs will help you feel good about yourself. Pause. Unpause. So we're going to go down to figure 1.1. And we're going to talk about the health triangle because that's what we're going to do pretty much for the next 2 days. We're going to do a Google slide that you guys are going to take notes on. And then we're going to watch a video about the health triangle. The health triangle, keeping your health triangle in balance is one of the key ways to lifelong health. Remember that you have your physical health, your mental, emotional health, and your social health. So we're going to stop there in the book because the rest of the paragraph we're going to come back because that's what we're going to do on Thursday. And now we're going to go into this. And you guys are going to take notes on all this. Again, how you take notes is up to you. Again, you don't need to copy word for word, verbatim. Verbatim is Latin for word for word. I'd like you guys to copy this down, again, either in a notebook or on Google Docs. That best helps you understand what the health triangle means. Again, if I go too fast, you can always access this video in health, in Schoolology. Yeah, there we go. That's the ticket. So the health triangle. Health is the measure of our body's efficiency and overall well-being. The health triangle is a measure of different aspects of health. The health triangle consists of physical, social, and mental/emotional health. So as we look over here, we see physical means eat well, take exercise or exercise your body. Again, when we mean stuff like exercise, again, obviously sports, it can just be something as easy as walking. Mental and emotional, be happy and cope with stress properly. Cope with stress properly. Social, communicate well, reach your potential. Again, social, we communicate well with our family, our friends, our peers. Next slide. Physical health. Physical health deals with the body's ability to function. Physical health has many components, including exercise, nutrition, sleep, alcohol and drugs, and weight management. Now, again, with exercise, again, we mean what are we doing physically to be active? Again, as many studies say, we should be physically active, 30 to 60 minutes a day. Again, we do that here in gym, if you have gym class. If not, what do you do to be physically active, daily? And that's something, after we do all this health triangle, I'm going to have an assignment for you guys. Nutrition. Again, we're going to get into that more and more throughout this class. What do you eat to keep yourself physically healthy? What do you drink to keep yourself physically healthy? Sleep. We're going to get into that. And again, we're going to watch Brainchild again about that, because again, that's a good thing. We watched some of that, but we're going to do that again because that's a fun little thing to watch with sleep. And we're going to actually read an article on Tuesday in your ELA classes for Common Lit about how teenagers getting the right amount of sleep will affect their mood. Alcohol and drugs. Again, obviously, we understand that when you get to a certain age that you have the ability to legally do alcohol and certain drugs, which alcohol technically is a drug, but not overindulging in things or abstaining from them altogether can help you physically, mentally, and socially. And finally, weight management. Again, weight management deals with, again, exercise, nutrition, sleep, all that stuff we'll get into. Physical health, exercise. Exercise is the act of using your muscles to stay physically fit. Again, when we talk about things like exercise, again, I'm sure Mrs. Gorm has messed with you guys with this in gym. If not, we have things like static exercise and, I can't think of the word right now. I lost the word. Pause video. On pause video. So again, I misspoke there when we were talking about static and dynamic. Static and dynamic is when it comes to stretching, which you should always do when it comes to any type of physical exercise. Static stretching is the type where, again, you are not moving your arms up and down you're almost doing yoga type stuff. Dynamic stretching is jumping jacks, is moving again your arms in and out, is moving all around, is rotating. And I was thinking of my words are still off when it comes to physical exercise. You have that cardio type exercise like running, jogging, walking, hiking. And then you have a static type exercise like weightlifting, to where you're not using, you're still increasing your heart rate, your cardio, but you're not, physically moving all the way around of your body. Exercise helps give you more energy, maintain weight, increase confidence and self-esteem, and helps you battle chronic disease. That's a big thing, kiddos, is that the more active we are at a younger age, the less likely we're going to get certain chronic diseases like diabetes or a heart condition. We do understand that some diabetes, like type 2 children's diabetes, you're going to get no matter what. But again, if we stay active in our exercise, and therefore by doing that, we maintain our weight. If we don't let our weight get out of control, there's a chance that we're not going to get, things like diabetes at an older age. Physical health with nutrition. And again, all this stuff we'll go over in greater detail on our health book. Proper balanced meals are essential in leading a healthy life. Nutritious meals create a balance between what we eat and the way our body uses the food and energy for growth. Again, we're going to talk about, as we get into nutrition labels, we'll talk about things like macronutrition and micronutrition. And we see building blocks for a healthy body. We see the food pyramid. We're going to go more into, not as much as the food pyramid, but we're going to go into myplate.com. Again, our servings of, things like bread, rice, cereal, pasta, vegetables, fruit, protein, dairy. Again, all that stuff that we eat. We're also going to get into the idea of, we understand that people do eat certain lifestyles based off, their values and their ethics and lifestyles, which everything is fine with that. I'm going to talk again more about sleep in greater detail. Again, it's recommended that the average person gets at least 8 hours of sleep. The human body likes regularity. So try to go to sleep, try to go to bed and wake up the same time daily. Obviously, we understand that Sunday through, Thursday, we should be doing something like that. We understand that Friday, Saturday is kind of our weekend, and therefore we like to stay up a little later on the weekend and have a little more fun. But again, we do and we see that, especially for us that wear Fitbits. Yeah, there it is. How it tracks our sleep, or our Apple Watch, how it tracks that, how it sees that our sleep on Monday morning is a little more messed up because of how we behaved on Friday and Saturday nights. But again, we're going to go into more detail on that. Again, we're going to read an article about that in ELA. Physical health with alcohol and drugs. Alcohol and other drugs interfere with the message is to the brain and alter perception. Again, so many things are drugs. Chocolate is technically a drug. Again, and we understand that when we think of drugs, a lot of times we think of illicit drugs. Things like marijuana, cocaine, methamphetamines, heroin. But again, so many things are considered drugs. Again, chocolate is a drug. Caffeine is a drug. Nicotine, alcohol, they are drugs. Even though at a certain age, now with Colorado, it's 21 to be able to have nicotine and tobacco and alcohol. Again, those are still drugs, and those still will affect your body. And we'll get into that when we talk about sleep. One of the things that you should do to be able to get proper sleep is avoid caffeine after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which I pretty much do every day nowadays. because I don't drink soda, which again we'll talk about when we get into nutrition and people's habits. Use of such substances put you at risk for accidental injuries, car crashes, trouble with the law, unwanted pregnancy, and fights. Again, that's something we will pause and talk about again. What are some of those risks that can happen when we get into those illicit drugs, as we see the spoon, as we see the needle? Unfortunately, we're talking about crack cocaine, or we're talking about meth, or we're talking about heroin, the way people do those certain drugs. Again, we're going to talk about that. So we'll pause the video and we'll talk about that as a class. Pause. Unpause. Physical health and weight management. Again, maintaining a healthy weight decreases your risk of certain diseases, such as heart disease and diabetes. Again, the better we exercise and we have proper nutrition, the better we maintain a healthy weight over our lifetime. And you guys have to understand that as right now, your young age, as you're going through puberty, your metabolism is quite high. It burns quite fast. You can eat and drink a lot of stuff, sugary, and your body's going to burn it real fast. But as you get older, your body starts slowing down, and those foods that you ate and those drinks that you drank at a younger age, they metabolize in your body a lot slower, and it takes a lot longer for you to lose, those carbs and those fats, those proteins that are in your body. Again, exercise and proper nutrition helps maintain healthy weight levels. There's no way around it. Again, you need to exercise and, eat properly as much as you can. Again, we're talking exercise. We're talking about things as simple as walking, kids. Walking is is the easiest cardio exercise that you can do. And it maintains, again, that movement, that dynamic movement that you're doing is so important to keeping your cardiovascular health, which again, we'll get into what cardiovascular means later. We're going to stop there for the day again, and we're going to have a discussion. So I'm going to stop there on the day, and then we'll get into mental, emotional, in your health triangle. Thank you and have a good day. Oh, sorry, I should say, as always, if you have any questions, ask me here in class. Remote learners, unmute yourself and ask me. If you're absent, ask me these questions in Schoolology, which you should be watching. Thank you very much and have a good day. Doodles.